Hey, what's up? It's Pluto Boy Astrology. I am Astro Jack, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be discussing in great depth my dating life, and sharing with you my experiences through modern dating using astrology and ancient Vedic techniques, Babylonian astrology, modern day astrology. And I can show you how your birth chart indicates what sort of people you attract, why you attract them, what you're attracted to, who you should be dating as opposed to who you are dating. And so I quite like experience dating. I'm a single gay guy. And wanted to make some videos, especially because there's not hardly any gay astrology videos, info out there really. I've been learning astrology for a while now, and the ancients always refer to traditional same single sex, male to female, female to male relationships. And obviously we live in a world now with massive diversity, relationships between same sex, open relationships, monogamous relationships. People have those as well, apparently. So I wanted to delve deep really, using your birth chart, and you can all do this yourself as well. So if you don't know your birth chart, there's loads of free calculators online. I'll put the link in the description down below where you can find that out. And if you're not too sure, contact me directly and I can guide you on your sun sign. Everyone knows their sun sign. That's the day you were born, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I was born on so day. So that makes me say if you're born on the 5th of May, makes you a Taurus. Yeah, your sun sign's a Taurus. Your sun's a really important part of your chart. It's why you're here, your ego, you're out to display your character. It's part of your life purpose, career, but so much more. Like your ascendant is one of your main parts of your chart. So your ascendant, without sounding too geeky, is like your soul as to why you incarnated. And it's the sign which rises from the east for the exact time that you were born, and that tells you so much of your ascendant, and it tells you so much about you. It tells you your appearance, your characteristics, how you come across to other people when they first meet you. There's so much your ascendant will tell you, which I can't say more important than your sun sign personally. And that can all be found out from your birth time. Don't know your birth time. Speak to your mama, speak to your dad, have a look on your, you can look out on your birth certificate. Yeah, your birth certificate will tell you on there as well, usually. Or if not, you can do chart rectification, which is like another topic. Because I'm here to talk about dating. And I date quite a lot of people. I'm a Libra rising, so Libras love to love, they love to be in relationships. Libra's ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love, so we love to date. We love to have relationships. We love people to love us as well. And I have the planet that rules my ascendant, Libra, is in the 5th house. The 5th house is all to do with dating. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have a birth chart. It's separated into 12 sections. Each section means something. So I'll put up my chart in a bit, I'll show you my chart, and I'll show you the person I'm talking about today's chart as well. It will remain anonymous, obviously, because not that it didn't end well, but I'm quite interested in dating disasters. So, but I can show you why we're attracted to each other, why certain people are attracted to me. So anyway, back to my Venus. My Venus is in Libra, it's in Aquarius in the 5th house, which is all to do with, the 5th house to do with dating. So I've got Venus, planet of love, in my dating sector. So I've had quite a colourful dating life, shall we say, and I still do now, which I'm happy with. My Venus falls at 0 degrees. So your degrees each planet, each aspect in your birth chart is all done by degrees. If you don't know astrology, and all the degrees mean something. So mine's at 0. So my Venus is wild. My Venus is like has no sort of like actual purpose. It's just like wild, uncontrollable Venus in the house of dating. So yeah. Also, my Venus is retrograde, which means it's traveling backwards. So retrograde planets can like manifest in different ways. Some people say that it can intensify the planet, so it can intensify love, it can intensify all those Venus feelings, it can intensify us wanting to have a good time. Also, it can mean that we have a lot of karmic lessons from that planet as well. So, with Venus being the planet of dating, having karmic lessons from lovers, love interests, relationships in general, whether that be love or not. So yeah, the guy I'm talking about today, kind of dated for a while, and he was an interesting guy. So he was a Scorpio ascendant, Scorpio rising. So that means when he was born, Scorpio was rising on the eastern horizon. So yeah, I attract Scorpio men like flies to shit. Literally, every single guy that I've done a relationship chart for, with me and them, guaranteed they are Scorpio rising. Why the fuck do Scorpio boys like me? What is it about me? Why? Scorpios are the most fucked up sign anyway. But for some reason these boys love me. I don't know what it is about them. Literally, they'll sniff me out a fucking mile off. Literally. Like, I try my best to avoid these people, you know? But I have strong Scorpio in my family. My mum is a Scorpio, right? She's a double Scorpio. She's got a fucking Scorpio ascendant, yeah, which wasn't bad enough. She's a Scorpio sun sign as well. So she's a double Scorpio. These people, literally, you can't argue with these people. Always think they're right. They love to play mind games. And they're not straightforward people. Everything they think there's their way or no, that's it, do you know what I mean? They're right, that's it. These people hold shit against you for fucking years. They're like, they've got like a memory of an elephant, yeah, and they're not straight people, they want to argue with you, they'll wait, yeah, and then something happens and they'll just flip on you and they'll remind you of something you said like 10 years ago. They're like, that sort of fuckery, and they'll hold that against you, they will, you know? So the reason why I attract Scorpio men is because each sign has a ruling planet. So Scorpio is traditionally ruled by Mars. Some people say it's ruled by Pluto as well, and now modern day ruler is Pluto. Obviously, Pluto was discovered much later on because it's further on. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going by traditional rulership. So Mars rules Scorpio. As does Pluto as well. We use both. So I have those two planets. The planets of Scorpio in my first house. So your first house in the wheel, the first house is over here. I'll pull up my chart in a bit and show you. First house is all to do with how you come across when you first meet people. It's the first thing to see about you. It's your looks, your vibe. So I got Scorpio in my first house. People first see me, that's the vibe that I give off. So Scorpio, Mars and Pluto in your first house. People with Mars in their first house generally can be quite muscular, they can be quite toned, quite outgoing, quite confident. Also, with Pluto, the second ruler of Scorpio in my first house, I've got so Pluto people, yeah. I'm classed as Plutonian. So Pluto people have this Scorpionic look about them, as do the Mars people too. So they have dark features. They usually have like a Scorpionic, mysterious eyes, a mysterious vibe about them. You know, that's like that sentence. Tall, dark, handsome, or mysterious. The girls are just like that as well. The girls can be like mysterious looking, like dark hair, tattoos. That's Scorpionic look. You know, it can be a bit alternative. It can be like quite alluring to other people. People say Scorpionic people, or people that are Scorpio in their chart, will have that sexual energy. Like people just pick up on it, or people just see that, even though they don't mean to be. People like will always see that. It just ooze that, and then people say that about me. Like I don't intend to come across like that sometimes. And sometimes I do. I mean, I'm Libra rising. Sometimes I want to come across like that, but not all the time. Obviously, there's time and place, yeah. And people pick up on that straight away when they first meet me. They can be like, they can say that you're quite intense energy from these people, including myself. So I think that's one of the reasons why I fucking attract so many Scorpio men. I also have Jupiter in my second house, which is ruled by Scorpio. So Jupiter is like the giant, the gas giant, and it amplifies things. So Jupiter amplifies my Scorpionic side, you know. Also as well, this relates to my then boyfriend. What's that? Yeah, I want to say boyfriend, I guess, because we were seeing each other like for a while, and he's fucking telling me his fucking husband practically anyway. So because it's fucking Scorpio shit, yeah. So yeah, where was I going with this now? Oh yeah, so my Pluto, my first house, makes an angle. So all the planets make angles to one another. So a square angle could sometimes be like 90 degrees, can be seen as like a challenge. Yes, a square is like a challenging aspect, not a good aspect. Or it's like you can learn lessons from that aspect. So my god, that's my chihuahuas. Yeah, oh yeah, trying to talk. So challenging aspect, square. So Pluto, my first house, makes a square to my Venus. So my first house and my fifth house are squaring each other. So my Venus will attract Scorpionic type guys, Scorpionic relationships where guys become obsessed with you. Pluto's planet of obsession. So I can become obsessed with people, they can become obsessed with me. I can bring that obsession out of them. I can make them do like fucked up crazy things. Yeah, Pluto's like that mad, passionate, sexual desires, you know, and I can bring that out in them, and I'll bring it out in me, or when we're together, I'll bring that out. It can be like, you can be like, oh yeah, I'm Scorpio rising, no, I don't do that. It's like, yeah, but you have to look at the rest of your chart, and secondly, certain people bring out certain aspects in your chart, which will make you act certain ways, which is why I always do synastry. So basically, synastry means when you get your birth chart and your other person's birth chart you're interested in or have a relationship with or whatever, and you lay them together. When you do that, it'll tell you like how your planets interact with each other and why you do certain things. So currently, let's say like, yeah, at the moment I'm going through a nodal return. So your nodes are like part of your life purpose as to why you're here. So you have your north node and your south node. They're like points in your chart. They're not part of the moon base, which are calculated. They're not actual physical, planets. They're calculations. They're like part of your soul purpose. That you can see your past life from there, and why you're here now, your soul purpose. So if your planets or your partner's planets hit those parts of your chart, your north node and your south node, they can be hugely karmic. So I've noticed, especially lately, especially last couple of years, I've been having a lot of karmic relationships where my partner's planets aspect my south node. So my south node is your past life. So interesting, on my chart, my south node aspects the moon. So moon deals with relationships as well, and your emotions. So, and it's very, very close to my Venus, not by degree, but they're close by house. So that indicates that I have a lot of past life karmic relationships in this lifetime. So people that I meet are karmic. There's gonna be I'd say, yeah, I've met quite a lot of soulmates. People are like, oh, I can have a lot of soulmates. Soulmate does not mean traditionally is your twin flame, your other half, you know, the reason that makes you whole. And that's, I think that's a bit of bullshit as well. Only you make you whole, yeah? Someone can enhance your life, but ultimately it's up to you to become whole. Yeah, you can't expect someone else to fix all your problems for you. But anyway, that's another video. But yeah, so I've met a lot, and have been meeting a lot of karmic relationships where I've met people who are like, you'll know yourself when you meet them, because you'll be like, you feel like you've met them before, or like you instantly bond straight away, or you have this kind of like love at first sight, sometimes people call it as well, you know. And these are your karmic lovers, karmic relationships, whether they be lovers, friends, family, whatever, because you chose to reincarnate in this lifetime to maybe because you haven't sorted your shit out from last time, you've got to sort it out again now. So generally these people are here to give you a lesson in life, you know, to learn a lesson, to put you on your soul purpose. The reason why you attract these people is because your south node is what your past life is, what you're comfortable in, and so your soul will gravitate towards those situations and people, even jobs, even like where you live, things like that. I had some past life regression done, and I discovered that I'd had a past life in Ibiza, one of my past lives, and I'm always constantly going back there. I've been there twice this year already. So I'm always literally come back from the other day, which I'm still so tanned and want no clothes because they're all in the wash. But I wanted to get this video done because to launch my channel, because I've got a stellium of planets in my 12th house at the moment. 12th house is your hidden house, your spiritual house. And I've got my Venus there, my Mercury there, the Sun's there, my Mars, everything's there at the moment. So this is a great time to get all my the one time I started launching my video, everyone on the street wants to come walk through my apartment today. So this would be a great time to launch my Astro channel, to get all my Astro knowledge out there, to educate you guys on dating and how to like maybe pick better partners, or just have a laugh at my dating experiences, my choices, you know. So, but yeah, it's good to have this knowledge because it's good to know. You know, other people's charts and what's working, what's not working for you, and what to go for and what not to go for. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up the chart, this guy, and I'll show you the chart and discover why he was such a fucking psycho. This guy literally was obsessed with me. He kind of almost stalked me out. Like I kept seeing him around my area. And he thought, oh yeah, he's fit. Like literally, like, you know, like I was literally driving past my house one day, and he was literally like that. Now just standing around, like, what the fuck is he doing? And literally whiplash my car. I was like, hey. And that happened a couple of times. He rocked up my gym, and then he turned up my work. Because I've dance studio as well. He came to my classes and things. This boy fucking stalked me out. This is typical Scorpio shit. He has his Scorpio ascendant anyway, right? So Scorpio rising, and he has his Mars in Scorpio, you know? So these are like, Mars is like the planet of rage, anger, can be psychotic. It's in his first house, so the first thing to see about him, you know, he's got this like strong, silent type, you know what I'm saying? But he was fit as fuck. Libra rising, Libras are generally known for being quite beautiful. But his Libra, with him being a Scorpio rising, was in the 12th house. So he didn't really know that he was fit, like he didn't know he was attractive. He did to a certain degree, but like because having his sun in the 12th house, his sun is your ego, his sun is like, you know, your confidence. In the 12th house, it was hidden. The 12th house is your hidden house, it's like what you can't see. So even though he had these like gorgeous planets, he had Libra rising, Libra sign in the 12th, he had Venus there. Mercury there, we had quite a few planets there, like he just didn't see himself. But yeah, Mars being in the first house makes you like double sexual, you know, like he has this look about him, he's sexy, he's like Scorpio rising, these people, sexy people. Mars in the first house, like, makes him like double Scorpionic. Do you know what I mean? So he's stalking out their prey. Like, if they want something, they'll get it. What is Scorpio? Like a predator, aren't they? They want something, they will get it. They can make them like sex. I say every Scorpio with Mars Scorpio is like this. They can make them highly sexed. Let's just say that, yeah. And that'll make them one of their motivations being quite sex. He's quite lean body as well. You know, Mars in the first house. People like they're not like big pumped up guys. You know what I mean? I'd say that's more like having Jupiter or something, or maybe Mars and Capricorn with Jupiter or something. You know, they'll make you all pumped up, big musty, but like. What's that? You see the statues of of Mars? Yeah, what's his name now? Is it Eros? Mars, isn't it? And these the statues of these guys are like muscly, they're really cut and they're like defined abs. This is him, like literally. I was like, whew. Yeah. So I noticed these charts. I'm sure he had Pluto in the first house as well. Yeah, I'm sure Pluto in the first house as well, so that also makes him like doubly sexual too. We had the same placements, you know, so like he uses sex appeal, like you can make him quite obsessive, and he was like tattooed, body piercing, and so Scorpionic people are like attractive unconventionally. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, you know what? Even though they're not the norm looking, but they're like attractive, they're fit, they're really sexy, something about them. That's what these guys are like. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I was looking at my notes of what I'd written about him being like a sexual manipulator and raw animal instinct and like mind games and just fucked up generally. That's just them, and that's just the dark side of Scorpio rising, shall we say? So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put up the charts and we'll take a good look at what the fuck's going on. So what I'm gonna do first, I just thought I'd show you. We're gonna call it Mr. Dead Dog, which if you follow me on Instagram, I've got my Insta's Ariel Jack. And I've got another one for Pluto Boy Astrology as well. If you want to book readings through there, so we'll go through Pluto Boy Astrology, or you can use the Ariel Jack one as well. I'll put both on the comments for you guys. So if you want to contact me for readings, whether you want me to read your natal chart or you want me to read the synastry chart, we'll look at your and your partner chart together. I'll link them down in the comments later. So yeah, I was right. Like I was saying before, look, this is the natal wheel, which is his birth chart. So your birth chart is like your X-ray, it's like your DNA of your soul. That's why the fuck you're here, why you chose to reincarnate, all this shit. So like I was saying before, he's got Scorpio rising. See the first house. And see, ACS is ascendant. So your ascendant is your rising sign. The sign which is rising on the horizon to the east when you were born, when your soul chose to incarnate into your physical body. And so, yeah, he's got 22 degrees of Scorpio. So 22 degrees is like a critical degree. 22 degrees is like they call it the kill or be killed degree. So I'm not saying he was a serial killer, but I didn't stick around long enough to find out. Because a guy was hella crazy. Your Pluto, 28 degrees of Pluto as well. Again, critical degree. Leaving Scorpio, going into Sagittarius. This guy was fire, literally mad fire passion, huge hidden rage. So yeah, it's Mars. See the symbol of Mars in the first house. So yeah, like I was saying before, he was really, he was physically, really good body, naturally toned, very Scorpionic in his looks, tattooed, dark and mysterious, And yeah, so he had all these planets in Libra. In his 12th house, his sun's there, his Chiron's there as well. Chiron is like your deepest wounds, So yeah, he had loads of issues with body confidence and his confidence in himself, with it being conjunct. Conjunct is like an aspect as well where two planets are like within 8 degrees of each other. I use 8 degrees separation, so 8 degrees of each other. And he's got his Venus in the 12th house, he's got Mercury there. So Mercury in the 12th house, right, with Libra as well. Libra's about beauty, beautifying, wanting to be liked. Basically, this guy just chatted shit the whole time. He lied about everything. Because one of the bad things about Libra is like, they can be known to people please a bit and tell a bit of bullshit sometimes. I want to say because he's in the 12th house, like, well, maybe to impress, but he just lied about stupid shit. Literally, like, he just like, I asked him how his day was, he'd lie about his day, like, you know, like a major crisis has happened. That's because he's in the 12th house, the hidden house. So if your partner's got 12th house Mercury is your communication, it's how you speak, it's how you communicate with others. As you can see, it's retrograde. It's got an R next to it. It was retrograding, so it's going backwards. So this guy does not know how to tell the truth. To him, the truth, what he thinks is the truth, is deluded fantasy. He's in the 12th house, ruled by Pisces, fantasy. He's in the 12th house, like, you know, lying to, he lies so much he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Half the time, I'd say 90% of the time. So, what else do I want to say about him before I show you the synastry? Yeah, so he had like Uranus trining his sun and his moon as well. So his emotions are all over the place. Literally, he's erratic. Like, I don't know, one day to the next what mood he was going to fucking be in, you know? Like, he just flip a switch like that. Like, literally, like it was nothing. Like, literally, he's volatile. Uranus is unpredictable. Energy. Like, it can't be controlled, you know? And it's in his third house. See, it says number 3. His third house is to do with communication. How you communicate. So that along with your moon. So this guy's a fucking Virgo moon, right? Literally, these people are anal as fuck. He's practically like they can pick you apart. They'll critique everything. Literally, they don't. They think them critiquing you is like their way of showing affection. They're literally extreme OCD. So yeah, this is Virgo moon, right? Virgo fucking moon, Scorpio rising. Just don't go there. He they can be a bit obsessive with cleaning as well. Literally, if actually want to bleach before or after sex, he want to bleach himself. You know what I'm saying? He's like that anal, constantly tidying up shit. Like when he's coming back to my apartment, he's constantly tidying up, and I think he spent all of his days literally just tidying the house all the time. He never left that. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. He never used to leave his house. It's fucking weird. People with the sun in the 12th, yeah, they like to be on their own. Like, they can spend long periods of time on their own. They absorb other people's energy a lot as well, 12 house people. So he spent a lot of time on his own in his house, just fucking cleaning, like Virgo moon. So, but yeah, you Virgo moon. Here's MC in Virgo. So the MC is like how you come across, your work environment, how you like to be seen. It's how you like to, I want to say like admired almost by people. That's your Virgo. He's Virgo in midheaven and his moon as well. So it's double Virgo energy. And yeah, so it was trining his Neptune and Uranus. So Uranus and Neptune are making like an aspect to his moon where like he could be very erratic, very dreamy, a bit delusional. This guy sounds like a real good catch, yeah. But I tell you, it was a fucking. I think he says Pluto, but those first house Plutos and the Scorpio boys just do something to me. I don't know what it is. I chat them, they chat me, you know? So, yeah. What else do I want to say about him as well? So, he has Saturn in the 5th here. So, Saturn's like a karmic daddy. It can slam the brakes wherever it is onto that part of the chart and like give you karmic lessons. It can withhold and store things from you and like give you harsh lessons and make you work harder to get results. So with his being in his 5th house of dating and boyfriend relationships, that sort of thing, and he was making a opposition to his moon and his midheaven. Yeah, I'd say his midheaven as well. I'd say opposing his midheaven and his moon. It was giving him, so an opposition is another challenging aspect where it's like going two different directions. So his Saturn made it really hard for him to express himself, causing a lot of frustration. Also, like he told me his mum died when he was very young. So this can be shown with Saturn as well. Saturn opposing the moon, conjunct his sun as well. So there's like losses there, especially with being close to the 12th house. And the Virgo moon also dealing with health and health issues. I know she passed when he was quite young. But yeah, so Saturn opposing the moon, it really puts a block on it because fifth house is creativity as well, and it's ruled by Neptune. So I'm trying to say Pisces, and also kind of Neptune, I suppose. But yes, his fifth house is ruled by Pisces. So the way he expresses, he wants to be really creative and expressive and very emotional, right? And sensitive to others, very sensitive. Saturn's putting like a block on that and loads of challenges there. So these people can have challenges in their love life, going through their like teens, early 20s. Saturn kind of eases off the brakes when you get into your 30s. So yeah, it's slamming the brakes on his moon and his emotions, so finding it really hard to express themselves, which is why I'm doing violent outbursts, because he makes a sextile, another angle to his Pluto as well. So moon sextile Pluto can make you almost a bit volatile and with your emotions, and bubbling over with rage sometimes as well. So I'm going to flick over and show you the aspects. Shall I do with his first? Yeah. So this is his chart with my chart on top of it. So I was just going to see he's the blue. He's the blue in the middle. Yeah. So the blue signs, and I'm the red ones on the outside. So, just so you can tell like, why you're attracted to each other. I was going to get straight stuck in because there's so much to talk about. So basically, we had bomb-ass, mind-blowing, fucking, earth-shattering sex. From the get-go. Before we were even like, as soon as we just first met each other, we landed eyes on each other, we had this like raw animal instinct. And it's because we're both Pluto first houses. He has Pluto in the first house. I have Pluto in the first house, literally by 2 degrees. We both have Mars in the first house as well. Yeah, so that increases that sexual desire, between each other. But more importantly, he should do him first. Okay, so I'll do me first. So my Jupiter, fuck. So my Jupiter, yeah, you can see it here. Looks like a number, a funny little 4. Is making a conjunction to his Mars. So Mars is his masculinity, your sexual energy, your motives, your drive, your ambition. My Jupiter is at 8 degrees and his Mars at 11. So, if we're working on 8 degrees of separation, it's hella close. So I was amplifying that. I was like awakening that hidden desires, his sexual fantasies, his sexual desires, just like just on instant meeting, just on like appearance alone. I was naturally blowing that up for him, awakening sort of sexual desires in him. And if you look at the 12th house as well, because so he's a Libra sun sign, I'm a Libra ascendant, so we both kind of have a massive Libra energy. We both have stelliums as well. So stellium is when you have like more than 3 planets in a sign. So as you can see, we've both got hella planets in Libra. So we're both, Libras can be like the fuckboys of the of the galaxy, of astrology and astronomy. So yeah, we're both finessing each other really, like, he said he wasn't a fuckboy, but I don't know, well, maybe I was more of a fuckboy than he was, but anyway, so his Venus, right, Venus 10 degrees in Libra, so these people, Libra Venus people, they're not shallow, but they go and look a lot, They're like pretty shit, yeah. They like the finer things. Venus is in its home sign in Libra as well, so Venus is quite strong. Venus, so it's very focused on relationships. It's in the 12th house. Venus loves to be in the 12th house. It's exalted in Pisces. Is it exalted in Pisces? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it works very well in Pisces anyway, right? So his Venus at 10 degrees, my ascendant, right? My ascendant is at 16 degrees. So like we're 6 degrees apart to his Venus. And my Mars is 14 degrees. So my Mars is 4 degrees. So straight away, if someone's Venus makes an aspect to your ascendant, they just think you're absolutely like God's gift, you know? They think you're like the best thing since sliced bread. They're literally head over heels attracted to you, just on looks alone. All right, just on meeting you, like love at first sight. His North Node, so his life purpose, makes conjunction to my Pluto by exact degree. Pluto likes to destroy, likes to rebuild, likes to fuck shit up, and then it moves on. That's Pluto. So him meeting me was part of his life purpose. His South Node is in, so ultimately his North Node, his life purpose is in the 12th house here, yeah? See? That funny squiggle is a North Node. There's the mythology behind that. It's like a Vedic astrology. It's Rahu and Ketu. It's part of the dragon's head and the dragon's tail. So this part is the dragon's head here. So the dragon's tail is always bang opposite and six. So his is in the 6th. So they never meet in the middle because the head's separate and the tail separate because it was chopped off in battle. I'll go into that another time. But yes, so your the North Node, right? So his South Node fell into Aries. Now Aries is my 7th house. So your 7th house. I'll just flick back to my chart. Is this my chart? Yeah. So your 7th house, right? This is my chart. Is opposite your 1st house. So your 7th house is all to do with relationships. It's to do with what your ideal partner will be, what people you'll attract. So either be Aries type people or Aries in nature, Aries qualities, you know. So yeah, so his South Node was in Aries, so he could have possibly been one of my past life lovers. In fact, I'd say 100% was because his North Node, his South Node falls at 26 degrees of my 7th house of relationships. So he was what I'd say 1,000,000% a past life lover, because we kind of like met each other like straight away. We were like quite comfortable with each other. Even though he's hella shy with him being with a 12th house stellium, we just got on really well from the start. Like, you know what I mean? Only because the motherfucker had been researching me for months and fucking stalking me. Which I found out through this 12th house shit. Mercury in the 12th house retrograde with first house Pluto. These are like Miss Marple fucking FBI type people. These are trying to stalking out their prey like vampires. So yeah, so like I was saying before, so my Pluto was here to fuck shit up and fuck up his and give him some life lessons to do with his life path. Because he always had to bring out his hidden rage in him, you know. Like we'd literally just be chilling, and like he'd say something, we'd just fucking flip, and like we'd end up having like a blazing row. He'd literally start losing his shit, and like he'd just storm out of the house, or I'd storm out of the house, and I wouldn't see him again for days. Or literally he'd get so aggressive and like he's gonna explode, like he's gonna kill somebody, and then he'd just disappear. And then he'd be like, "I'm so sorry, like I'll hear off the beginning. I'm so sorry. I'm not normally like that. I don't know what I don't know why I'm being like that around you. You know, I really like you, and you just do things too that make me flip." I was like, "Yeah, bitch, because you got Mars and Scorpio in the first house. My Jupiter is making you psychotic. You just can't handle." Also as well, I would just say with his Venus being in the 12th house, it can mean that people with 12th house Venus can be attracted to foreign partners as well. So people who are like a different ethnicity to you, or who are like not local to you, you know, or just different from you, and so we were both different ethnic backgrounds as well. So that rang true, you know. Um, Also as well, I had Saturn conjunct my Saturn conjunct his Mercury, so there was a bit of an age difference between us as well, and also as well, he's really into like some really kinky ass shit. Um, Mars in Scorpio, Venus in the 12th house. These people like kinky, S&M, got a million different fetishes. They're just freak assholes in bed, you know? And I think with my ascendant and my Mars conjuncting his Venus and conjuncting his Mercury, like, and my Jupiter conjuncting his Mars as well, it kind of amplified that. I swear, like literally on our first date, I think it brought all and let's just say our date ended really well. He ended back at my house with all his toys, and he wanted me to tie him up, use toys on him, gag him, this, that, and the other, slap him, spank his ass, call me daddy, all this shit. And so I was more than happy. My Venus is in Aquarius. Aquarius is like a freak ass hoe as well. So we can do vanilla sex. That's fine. But people with Venus and Aquarius, like, and you can comment on below if you agree. We're open to trying new things more than once, you know. So I was down for that shit, man. I was definitely down for it. And we had like a really intense like sexual, literally. We'd fucking it'd be like the most maddest, intensest like thing ever. Like you can't explain this raw passion, but I think it was to do with that our Pluto aspects, our Scorpio aspects. So my Venus was sick, as you can see. My Venus on the red is in the red here in his fourth house was sextiling his Pluto. So sextile is like a a positive aspect where the planets are working together. So it can mean that it amplifies his sexual desire. So like any mad shit that he wanted to try, like he wouldn't be afraid to want to discuss it with me or want to do it with me. I'll just bring it out of him and I'll be down for it. And we kind of bring it out in each other. Each time we'd have sex, it'd be more and more wild, more and more kinky, more and more just out there. 'Cause that's what he was into, and I was just down for the ride, you know, down to try any old new shit, you know what I'm saying. Also my Venus here, it conjunct his Uranus, so again that can be like unorthodox relationships or relationships that aren't from the norm. So we had a bit of an age difference, both in different backgrounds, and we were into so he was into it more than I was. I was just like, yeah, I'll try that, babe, whatever. That's just Venus and Aquarius people anyway. And I'm Aquarius sun sign as well, and I have Mercury in Aquarius too. So I have like 3 planets in Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about freedom loving, freedom thinking, up for trying anything once, twice, 3 times. So the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, one of the rulers, making that conjunction to Venus with my sun as well. I was literally like, yeah, let's go for it, man. Blowing up this mad sexual chemistry between us. His so yeah, my Pluto square Venus as well. Let me just tell you about that. So my Pluto and Venus square makes people obsessive. It makes people obsessive. I find people get obsessed with me sometimes, and I can bring in that obsessive nature in people, especially people who've got strong Pluto placements in their chart, like he does. Like he said to me, I don't know why I'm acting like so crazy around you, but I don't know what it is. When I'm with you, I'm just like I act crazy, and I thought, yeah, I've heard that a couple of times, and it's definitely to do with this Pluto conjunction. Pluto square Venus. Whoa! I mean, on a negative, it can bring out violence in relationships as well. I haven't personally experienced that myself, but I know that it can be an aspect of sexual abuse, and it can be an aspect of just abusive relationships. So that's something to watch out for as well. If you see that in synastry, you come across it in synastry. Yeah. So. Yeah, so this guy was so fucked up, right? Um, so I mentioned before about Pluto placements. He had Pluto sextile Sextile's not bad. Sextile's not when the planets are in harmony together. So he had Pluto sextiling his moon, so his emotions, way he speaks to people. Your moon's like your feelings, your inner core. Your moon, like, you don't always show your moon personality only to your closest people around you, you know? So his Pluto, planet of destruction, rebuilding, regeneration, of sex, obsession, paranoia, was in sextile to his moon, so he manifested these like obsessive feelings, like, you know, and like crazy rationality and like mad passionate love and mad passionate insanity. That manifested his Pluto moon aspect. So yeah, he went out because he needed. I literally bought one of my dogs then, this one. So I literally bought my baby, right? So he took it upon himself. Literally one day rocked up with a chihuahua himself. He just bought one like that because he wanted to get close to me. How fucked up is that? That's Pluto moon shit, that is. So I think they call it a Hades moon. It's like a dark moon, yeah, because actually fucked up crazy things like irrational thought process. That's Pluto moon. He thought like by getting a dog, we'd like get closer together and that. You know what I mean? It'd make me like. He said he'd make me like him more because he wasn't enough. I was like, you're fucking mad. Literally, you're barking. Literally bark crazy. So yeah. Also, so even this guy was fucking batshit crazy. We had hella crazy sex. It was fucking amazing, right? So like things to look out for when you're doing synastry charts, or you're looking at charts of someone that you're into, is look at where their Lilith placement is. So like if you don't know the mythology or the history behind Lilith, Lilith is like said to be Adam's wife before Eve. So, well, not even a wife, maybe girlfriend. It was like, I think there's I can't read the story again, but I'm sure Lilith is basically, Lilith is Adam's girl before Eve, right? But she couldn't be tamed. Like, she didn't. Adam wanted her to be this way, like the other way, and be in the Garden of Eden, this, that, and the other. And Lilith was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going out and doing my own business and do what I want to do. She's like a free, wild woman, and she kind of like cast Adam to one side, and she left the kingdom and did whatever, went about her own way. And she's like a wild, free woman. So I think they kind of wrote her out of the Bible and out of the Testament and things like that, and there was not spoken because Lilith was a wild, crazy, passionate woman who couldn't be tamed. So the Astro Lilith, you have to look at where that is in your chart, because that's your like sexual desires. Your Lilith placement is your inner desires, your passion, your fire, and if someone sets off that placement in your chart, it's like so it's like Venus and Juno, those are like the aspects for marriage and long-term relationships, whereas Lilith, I mean, you could have it could bode well like if it was close to another marriage aspect, but Lilith on its own is like fucking dogs. This is there's someone that just drives you mad crazy, do you know what I mean? Sexually, they tick all your boxes, but it's not someone necessarily that you'll settle down with or like marriage type, do you know what I mean? It's like it's your hidden desires and your hidden sexual fantasies and that sort of stuff, and that's what Lilith felt. If someone hits that Lilith placement in yours, that will bring it out of you and bring it out of them. So. I'll show you the chart. So I have Lilith in Sagittarius. So depending where Lilith sits in your chart, as well as your sex style, your fantasies, what you're into and stuff. So I have Lilith in Sagittarius, which is quite a wild, fiery sign anyway. So to have your sexual Lilith asteroid there as well means that you're quite sexually liberated into like some mad shit. We like to have a wild, active, open sex life, which I do, and. So this boy's Uranus fell right on my Lilith. What else is on my Lilith now? His Uranus is on there. Let me just screen share. Let's have a look. I forgot. So it wasn't his Uranus. His Jupiter. Sorry, it's Jupiter Jupiter on your Lilith, so basically, like I said before, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Jupiter does things big, it blows shit up, you know what I mean? It makes things exaggerated. Jupiter's like the gas giant, the biggest planet in the solar system. So his Jupiter on my Lilith is gassing up my fucking sex life, do you know what I mean? It was blowing up every single fantasy. It was making him do hella crazy things as well, right? So literally, he was like, as soon as we had sex, he was obsessed with hooks. Like, all I could think about is having sex with you. I want it all the time. I can't get away from it. I literally, all I think about. I want to do this, that, and the other with you. And we were doing it all the fucking time. Do you know what I mean? Literally, you couldn't get enough. I couldn't get enough. We were like obsessed with each other doing it. His Lilith is on my 10th house, right on the top of the cusp. So he's right on top of me, do you know what I mean? So sexually, fantasy-wise, and like, you know, pleasure-wise, we were literally ticking all the boxes, you know? So he has the Lilith in Gemini as well. So Gemini is all to do with communication as well. So he's always fucking texting me, sending me nudes, sending me videos, because Gemini is all to do with communication. And having that Mercury in the 12th house as well, retrograde. But 12th house is to do with like photography, videos, and hidden shit as well, like the taboo. So yeah, he was very active in that sense as well. Do you know what I mean? That Lilith in Gemini. So yeah, your Lilith placement's really important when it comes to sex. He was like hella having that Jupiter on the Lilith was made him like hella kinky, man. He was literally wanted to fucking tie him up, gag him, S&M, but also anything. Anything weird. He was up for. He wanted to do it. And that became kind of obsessive for him, really, because we had that moon Pluto. Also, if you look at my chart, I've got the Pluto square in my Venus as well, squaring, you see, like here and there. It makes this like an aspect where it can make lovers obsessed with you, or you can make you obsessed with them, and also can be like a bit of a control thing as well. So that played out quite like, cause he liked to be dominated in bed, you know what I mean? He had his Saturn. Let me just have a quick look. His Saturn is, where the fuck is Saturn? I can't see Saturn now. There's his Uranus, Mercury, Moon. Oh yeah, so his Saturn was making an aspect to his moon as well. So like he really liked the whole like bondage thing, do you know what I mean? And the whole S&M thing as well, and that can indicate that as well. His Mercury was on my Saturn here, as you can see. So Mercury and Saturn is like the kind of like slave master type relationship as well. He's so into that fucked up shit he was, literally. And I was like, yeah, I'll try it, whatever, I'm down for it. You know what I mean? Venus in Aquarius, we're up for anything, because your Venus tells your love style as well. So I had Venus in Aquarius in the 5th house here. So I'm quite, it makes you like, especially at 0 degrees is on, my Venus is wild. Like it makes me express love in unconventional ways, being in Aquarius as well. Like I'm up for anything mad and different, you know what I mean? So he was like, fucking hell, like this guy's literally up for anything. I'll do whatever I want, or trying anything. And I think that made him even more obsessed with me, you know. Yeah, Lilith in Sag and Lilith in Gemini, man. Also, Gemini and Sag are quite, they're opposites on the chart. So our Lilith opposed each other. So we had this like attraction there as well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, sex-wise, it was tick, tick, tick. He was literally obsessed. He couldn't get enough. Then all of a sudden he just locked it off after me, because he's like, oh, all you want me for is sex. I was like, well, I kind of told you from the start, like I've been to the Aquarius, I'm not really down for like a long-term relationship, you know what I mean? So he had his arse in his hands after that, because he thought that, you know, I'm always honest from the start what I want with guys, you know, I don't lead them up the garden path, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I told him straight what I was into, what I expected out of the relationship. So I don't really want anything, you know. But he didn't listen. That Virgo moon thought he could change me and try and like, you know, sort me out and shit and put me on the straight and narrow. Virgo moon people like to fucking project you and project manage you, you know. But that was not to happen. with me anyway. So yeah. Yeah, so like I'm Libra rising, right? But this guy was, had Libra in the 12th, and his son was Libra. So then sometimes I think Libra can be like the players of the zodiac and stuff. But his Libra's in the 12th house. This guy was fucking such a lie, like literally lied about everything. His Mercury was going backwards in his chart. This guy could not tell the truth. Like just mad things like even about little things about his day. He'd make us some mad things like he'd been to in the city, or he had to go do an errand for someone. So he'd gone somewhere to do like this. So literally, like he stayed in London when he wasn't, or mad things like that. You know what I mean? He was a crazy man. He was so delusional, having had Chiron in the 12th as well. So like he had like some inner turmoil going on. I think Chiron, the wounded healer, in the 12th house as well. I think he's got mental illness as well. So he's definitely got some crazy ass shit going on with that. Like he just like the couple of times where we actually managed to get him just to chill in my house or go on a date or things like that, he just literally just flip out for no reason and start fucking shouting and screaming. If I'd confronted him about certain things or confronted him about his lies, he'd try. This is typical like Virgo shit, right? They flip it around on you and make it like it was your fault, like why he'd lied. Do you know what I mean? That's like typical Virgo mean shit. But Libra's just finesse, man. They like to they don't really like conflict, but when it comes to like being challenged, they will just flip on you. So he gets so angry and so mad, he just had to storm out of the house, and I wouldn't see him for days. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, he just phone up like nothing ever happened, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna come and chill tonight, or you're gonna do this?" I'm thinking, hold on a minute, which personality is it today? Last time I saw you fucking stormed out of your house, out of my house with your fucking chihuahua that you bought to impress me with. Having said that, Virgo people are good with pets. They're meant to have a pet. If you have like Virgo ascendant, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, they do say like having a pet is good kind of karmic energy for you, because it gives you some channeling, something to look after, and it's supposed to clear some of your karmic debt and stuff. So in that respect, maybe it was a good thing that he met me, because it kind of helped him on his karmic path, especially all those planets in his 12th house. So if you have planets in the 12th, it can indicate a lot of karmic debt or karmic issues brought over from a past life as well. So so the last time I saw him, because like I told you I didn't want to be with him anymore, so I don't want to be with him. I told you like it's just a bit of fun, you know. I'm Libra rising. We're a bit kind of like fuckboy. I've got my Venus in my 5th house. 5th house to do dating. I like to date a lot. I like to have a good time. I like to go out nice places to eat and drink. I don't like anything serious. My Lilith's in Sagittarius, so we like to have fun. That's it really. I don't know any more than that, you know. Not with him anyway. And because he was not down to it, because this is like Scorpio rising, right? Like, he's not really that up for having open relationships. Even though he had like the Gemini Lilith, his 7th house is Taurus, so like Taurus like to have his 7th house is relationships, right? So Taurus like to have stability and like to have like traditional relationships. So that kind of played out there. And it's the last time I saw him, he stormed into my workplace, and he's like foaming at the mouth as to like why we wouldn't be together, why I wouldn't be with him. And like I was literally in the middle of like my work teaching and stuff, and I teach my dance class, and he was like, "Why won't you be with me?" Foaming at the mouth almost. So he's like, "If you can't be with me, then I'm gonna take it." And literally, because I had like some of my like dance medals and things like that, he grabbed my medals and things like that, and he grabbed some of the we did like a charity raffle thing at work. And he like grabbed all the gifts on the side of the charity that we'd all collected and ran out of the buildings. We had to chase him and chase him onto his car, chase him down the road. Literally, I was literally, because I was teaching my whole class, I was literally in my shorts. And I ran out the studio onto the street, and I tried to jump on top of his car to like prize back my medals from his car. He was going, "Why don't you love me? Why don't you? I just want to love you." I'm thinking like, this is not really happening, of course. You know, just give me back the shit, give back my shit, we won't talk about it no more, right? And then he like made out like I'd stolen loads of things from him, because he lies about loads of shit, so stuff. And then like, I didn't see him again for ages, you know. And then he messaged me, a while after, shall we say. He was like, I'm so sorry about what the person that I was. I don't know what happened to me. You just make me be like that. I was like, yeah, Pluto strikes again, you know. Pluto actually, that Pluto square to Venus, square to your moon. Makes you do some fucked up things in love, man. Makes you do some crazy shit in love, yeah. So that's I'm crazy in love. That's what that's about. I'm telling ya. So yeah. I'm trying to look at some of these crazy aspects. So we had Saturn. Saturn is like the big daddy of the cosmos. He's like the policeman, the security guard. He's like I said to you before, he likes to put his foot down and give some lessons. So that was opposing his. Let me just close that down. That was opposing his moon and his sun. So he found it really hard how to express himself, and also. It kind of, especially with being in the 5th house, it kind of means that you like to be tied up, and it kind of like you're into some bondage and shit as well. Do you know what I mean? So Saturn opposing your Sun and Moon conjunction Mercury as well. He liked to go for guys that are older than him. He liked to go for like to be told what to do, and like he always wanted you to spank his ass all the time, man, tie up and spank him like a fucking naughty schoolboy. He's like really into that sort of shit. So, I mean, I was happy to oblige, but Venus in Aquarius, like I said before, we're up for anything, you know what I mean, within reason. But he had his North Node in Libra as well, so his North Node, like in Libra is all to do with relationships. And so he's incarnating this life to settle down and have relationships, but because he has so many fucked up aspects and opposing aspects in his chart, one of his life lessons, which he doesn't really know about, is to maintain a relationship, like, you know, and like try and be in a happy, committed relationship with somebody, you know what I mean? Because his South Node, so his South Node is opposite to your North Node, and it's like your past life karma, what you did in past life. So his South Node is in Aries. So it's funny that his South Node and North Node are in my 1st house and 7th house, my ascendant in Libra. So his North Node, his life purpose was to meet me and like learn lessons from me. Do you know what I mean? Which I think he definitely did. Hopefully, even though he sort of tries to hit me up sometimes for sex, you know, like. But then so I always agree, like, yeah, let's meet up and do it, because Libra's, unfortunately, Libra rising, we like to have, what's that unfortunately, we like to have a few exes on the go at the same time, and we have a few, Libra people are never on their own, yeah, we usually have at least 2 or 3 exes that we're talking to, we usually have a plan A, B, C, D when it comes to guys, we've got about 10 boyfriends on the go. They don't always mean anything, they're just like, you know, just someone you're chatting to or whatever, or just someone you're having a bit of fun with. It'd be Libra people, you know, are in abundance of that, yeah. And so yeah, him having a North Node in Libra, like his life purpose is to have a healthy long-term relationship, you know. But like I said, South Node being Aries is opposite to Libra. Libra's relationships, Aries is the South. And because he has those malefic planets like Mars and Pluto in his 1st house, it plays out with him being selfish, stubborn, or about people like that being a proper selfish, being proper stubborn, because like he lived alone with his dad, right? And he was kind of almost like even though he wasn't the only child, but because he was the only child living with his dad, he's like a spoiled little brat type syndrome. That's how he played out in his relationships here, like stamping his feet, not getting his own way, because he's too fucking quick. Because I'm Aquarius sun signs and Libra rising, we question everything. Do you know what I mean? We don't roll over and do whatever. Libra to a certain extent, yes, but that I've got Aquarius sun, Capricorn moon. Capricorn people we don't take orders from no one. Do you know what I mean? So that was a massive clash, and I think that stamping your feet like a little child tantrum syndrome really played out in South Node and getting your own way all the time. And unfortunately, I was not down for that. So that caused lots of explosions very, very early on, which he didn't like. I think he wanted someone to roll over and just like, you know, do what he said, listen to his lies and listen to his bullshit as well. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, so like, Trying to look at my video. Yes, so I'm not going to gas up Libra or Libra people just because I'm Libra rising as well. But this is like a fact, yeah. So, because the guy I'm chatting about as well, he's Libra rising. No, he's not. He's Libra sun. He's got a sun in Libra. He's got a whole heap of planets in Libra. He's got a Libra stellium. And he was fit. He was fine. Literally, he was sexist. Literally, he was like fire. Literally. So they say it says it's like written in like and studied that Libra rising, because Libra is all about Venus. Venus is to do with love and beauty. They say that Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon people, or people have a lot of planets in Libra. But you're definitely Libra rising, sun, moon. And they said to be like, quite attractive, beautiful. They're like, easy on the eye. These Libra rising is like that energy of those people are seen as or perceived to be attractive people. So yeah, this boy was fit. He was sexy as fuck, right? I love Libra boys. I'm Libra rising. I don't do too bad on the Mandem front, must say. Like some examples of like with Libra guys and women as well, we change our hair a lot. We can tend to have a lot of tattoos as well, like for example, Little Wayne's Libra rising is covered in ink, covered in tattoos, man. Little Pump, he's a rapper. I mean, he's in prison right now. He's covered in tattoos, his face is tatted. He's always changing his hair colour and things. Libras are known for that. They're known for altering their appearance and stuff. And this guy actually, he was the same. He's forever like dyeing his hair, like changing his hair colour, getting tatted. He was fierce, man. I fucking like this was what the ruin was between me and him, because it looked so fucking fly as hell. I let him get away with too much. Like he was sent to fuck my life up. If we'll go back to the chart in a minute. If we're looking at a soulmate connection or like a twin flame type connection, if you want to try and find it in your own chart as well. So like I said to you, my ascendant is Libra, his sun was in Libra as well. They're really close to degrees. So when you're looking at your partner's chart or someone that you're into's chart, or a marriage partner, lover, someone he's shagging, whatever, find out, if you want to try and find out your soul connection or soulmate or some sort of karmic lover, right? The really important placements to look for is the sun. See if your sun and their sun are making aspects. So, like for example, in this chart, his sun was the same sign as my ascendant. And that's something to look at. Also, it's really important to look at the moon sign, where their moon falls. And if their moon is in conjunction or opposition even to your moon, to your sun, that's really important as well. Because any sun-moon connection, it's like you kind of get each other. Because your sun is your life force, your life path, your life energy, and your moon is your innermost feelings and how you express and your deepest emotions. So if you've got some sort of connection there too, and there, especially when you're talking about degrees as well, if you got really close in degree, I always work between 0 and 8 degrees. So if you've got that sort of tight connection there, that can be indicated to soulmate connection as well. Also, the north node and south node, really important, because your north node is your life purpose, your life mission, and your south node is your past life karma as well. So So if you've got like a South Node, and North, especially definitely South Node, if you've got a South Node connection, you've been together before in a past life. So my South Node is next to my moon in my natal chart, natally. So that, and my Venus is really close to my South Node also. I think my South Node is 22 degrees and my Venus is at 0. So you're 8 degrees apart, so it just means that I get a lot of karmic lovers and a lot of karmic past life partners come to me in this like incarnation as well. You can kind of, it also can make you, if you've got a South Node connection to your personal planet, it can sometimes mean that you have a lot of ex-boyfriends. And it can also mean that you have a hard time letting go as well. Like you can have you hold on to things, hold on to people longer than necessary sometimes. That's the thing. That's something I'm definitely working on last few years as well, as to letting go of things that no longer serve you. And as a Libra rising, that's hard because Libras like to have like 10 ex-boyfriends or ex-partners on the go. Or you got like plan A, B, C, or D, or a bit of beauty core here, down there. That's just Libras, because Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is a planet of love. Venus wants to be loved. She wants love in her life. So Libra is all about that. So if people think Libras are thoughts, or they're Thotiana, or they're the players, they're finesse people. It's because Venus rules us. Soul energy is about relationships and meeting, having connections with people. We can't help it, that's just how we are. Also because we so into relationships and stuff, we attract those people as well. So we attract people naturally to us, you know what I mean? Especially having Venus as your ruler as well. My Venus is in the 5th house of dating as well, so I'm constantly getting people wanting to date me all the time, and I'm always up for dating too, because it falls in my 5th house of dating. What else with Venus and Libra? I can explain. So yeah, people think that Libras are finesses, they're players, this, that, and the other. It's because we don't know not to people please, but Libras are really good at knowing the right thing to say, or knowing how to act in situations and stuff. They're always being themselves, but they adapt themselves to whoever they're like social chameleons. And people fall in love with that, do you know what I mean? Because they're nice to look at and they say the right things, and they're kind of smooth talkers as well. So that can someone's getting into loads of trouble with partners and boyfriends and girlfriends and God knows what, and people in the right, because people can mistake their kindness for flirting. I mean, a lot of times we are flirting, but they can naturally just flirt, man. Can't help it. But people can sometimes mistake openness and kindness for us being super flirty and coming on to them all the time, Yeah, I don't want to spend the whole video slagging him off, because we had, I really liked him, you know what I mean? We had a good time. We had loads of jokes and stuff. He had Venus in Libra, so Venus in Libra, he's always buying me things, man. And Venus is about money, love, romance. Venus in Libra. Venus is the ruler of Libra. It loves to be there. It's strong there, So when you have that aspect, it kind of brings out the strength of the Libra quality. Libra, I'm talking about Libra qualities. So yeah, he's always, literally every time that I saw him, I'm not even exaggerating, every single time, he's always buying me things. Always, literally. I was like, stop buying me things, man. No need to I'm Venus in Aquarius, I'm not down for that. Although saying that, I mean, I've got my moon's in Capricorn, so even though my Venus is a bit of a cold Venus, Capricorn people, Capricorn moon, sun, they kind of can show loyalty and affection and romance through money and material things. So Venus, Capricorn likes to be the provider. Do you know what I mean? So I'm down, if I'm going out somewhere, if I'm going on dates and things, I don't mind. I can be the first one to pay for everything. I'm happy to do that, That's how we like to show our affection, and we like to be seen as having financial stability and stuff. So with him, his Venus in Libra, he's always buying me nice things like clothes. He's always buying jewellery, just nice things for my hair. Literally, I couldn't really sentimental things as well, really cute things. So yeah, that manifested in that way. But yeah, I was like, oh, stop, you need to stop buying me things all the time. You don't need to do that. You know, because I'm not used to that sort of stuff. So that used to be sweet, that sort of aspect, you know. Do we still talk on and off? Like he's Libra sun, yeah. I'm Libra rising. Libras are famous, well known for, right? They're always gonna have like an ex-boy, an ex-girl, ex-partners who they still chat to, they keep on the back burner. So what we do, it's like a bit of a, I keep saying a fuckboy type thing, or you know, Libras like to be worshipped and adored and loved. So they'll have like a couple of guys either still chatting to exes or whatever, plan A, B, C, D on the back burner. They're never on their own. No, Libras never on their own, man. They've always got someone on the go. Even when they're single, you guarantee they've still got a boo or two who they can hit up and chill with or whatever. So I was just thinking, nah, not enough. So because he's got that his moon's in Virgo and his MC, so he's midheaven. Your midheaven's like how you project yourself in the outer world, right? He's in Virgo, so he's always analysing things too much. So like, I'll come back into my life with his Libra self, or loving whatever, and then his Virgo side will start analysing everything again. Like, so we can't just be cool. Like I said to him, you know, our sex was amazing. We could probably just still hook up and stuff. And he's like, no, because I can't do that because when we're together, he's like, I'm obsessed. Like all I can think about is sex with you 24/7 every day. I need it every day. It's like a drug. But that was all to do with, you know, my Jupiter was like blowing up his sexual energy, that Mars. We had that opposition where our Liliths. So Lilith is your hidden desires, and Lilith is like so your Venus is like I said to you before. So Venus is like your romantic partner. Your Jupiter is someone the type of partner you should marry. Marriage partner, yeah. So my Jupiter was right on his Mars. So for him, kind of me too as well. This is for him. He's like the sort of person you want to settle down with forever. You had that Lilith opposition as well. So our Liliths, Lilith is like the one person that got away, like you know the person you shouldn't be with. That's your Lilith person. So our Lilith aspect are opposing each other. So you had like that opposites attract type thing going on as well. So he was just like, I need your dick every day. I need it inside me. This, that, and the other. I want to fuck me this, that, and I can't get you out. All I can think about is literally like when we used to do his like. I was surprised the neighbours didn't phone the police because it sounded like someone was being murdered. Him or me, like, even when he bought a mouth gag, he wanted to try being gagged and stuff, so he had that and literally he actually bit through it and so the gag was no more because it was that, like, intense. So, he locked off the D, man. He's like, you know what, the D's so good, I can't have it. It's like, it's such a Virgo fucking thing to say, like, you're literally, what's the word? Cutting your nose off to spite your face. Is that the right thing? Yeah, so he won't give you the D no more. He didn't want it either because he said like if he got another taste of it, no pun intended, he'd be hooked again, and that makes him psychotic. I was like, whatever. Why are you fucking burning before then? So we tried to patch things, pick it back up again, but never lasted more than a couple of days because he just ended up being crazy again. So that was a bit of a shame, really. But then we had that North Node compatibility. So a North Node in your synastry chart, it's a karmic lover. It can be amazing. It can be an amazing aspect. It can be someone your life partner can have your North Node, but not always. So if you look at your partner's chart, or you do a synastry chart where you use together, it's really important to look at all the different aspects of what's going on, not just the North Node, because your North Node, is your karmic destiny, but it's how it sits to you, certain aspects it makes, your own past life karma as well, we had that Pluto thing going on as well, which kind of fucks everything up. So so if you want to hit, this is like one of my first video that I've done for my relationship astrology. I'm going to be doing loads more because I've got loads of relationship tales to tell. all different guys that I've hooked up with, dated, etc. And I can show you the charts and compare what's going on, and I can forewarn you or guide you to how to find your perfect partner and stuff. So yeah, if you want to get a reading with me, you can hit me up through this channel. I'd love it if you like my video, share it, subscribe to my channel, it means a lot to me. And I'll keep putting more and more content out. And yeah, if you want to get a reading, either message me via YouTube, add me on Insta, it's Pluto Boy Astrology, or you can put me on my Ariel Jack page on Instagram. I do readings on both of those as well. I'm doing my Venus videos as well, so I'm doing Venus through the sign. So if you don't know where your Venus is, hit me up and I can sort you out a Venus video as well, tell you about your love life. I'm going to be doing moon videos soon too, and I'm doing celebrity ones as well, just so you guys can see how astrology really works. And like, obviously everyone knows celebrities' lives because they're in the limelight, aren't they? So you can see what's going on in celebrity charts as well, and how the stars do not lie, the astrology stars just do not lie, and how you can work things out for yourself in your own life too. So I'll be doing those. I've just done a J-Lo one which I've put up, so have a look for that as well, because that's really interesting because her career is really blowing up at the moment. And it's all to do with the eclipses that we had this year, but I'll go into that in the video because that's a whole other topic, is eclipses. But I'll be putting videos on there too. So yeah, if you want me to look at your birth chart, hit me up. If you want me to do relationship readings, again, hit me up on my social media, and I look forward to putting some more stuff out for you guys soon. Hope you enjoy my videos, and I'll be sticking some more on for you soon. I really appreciate you, love you loads.